Now, wait, this isn't about why you ought to. This is how you cannot stop yourself. No sooner does one come to Christ than there's born in his heart a desire to make known to others what a precious friend he has found in Jesus. The saving and sanctifying truth cannot be shut up in his heart. That strikes me as crucially important. Rather than telling people, you ought to do this, you have a duty to do this, you have an obligation to do that, I want to say, what happened? Why don't you feel this? I believe that when we sit around and we're trying to encourage people with these obligatory sort of commands, we're missing the point. They have lost the spark. And when they have that spark again, no one can stop them. The Spirit will help them. But she goes on. There's the first reason why we will. Nobody has to tell us we need to witness. We will. Why will we? Because we found a precious friend in Jesus. If we haven't found that, or if we've lost it, as we'll see in a minute, then that explains something. This is going on with that quote. If we are clothed with the righteousness of Christ, and we are filled with the joy of his indwelling Spirit, then we shall not be able to hold our peace. Now, I supplied the then. These are if-then statements. These are hypothetical statements. If this happens, this follows. It's almost a scientific thing here. We shall not be able to hold our peace. And again, if people are sitting around and are moribund in their faith, then telling them they need to go share what they don't feel anymore, what they're not experiencing anymore, is not going to be helpful. And so again, if we find that this is true, we do. We have congregations, we have individuals, and all of us at times lose a hold of the thread. I'm going to talk about that. This isn't condemning anybody, but rather saying, rather than pushing people, rather than exhorting people to go do things, help them find this experience again, and you won't have to push them. So we've just seen the reasons why we will. We have found a precious friend in Jesus. We've been filled with the joy of his indwelling Spirit. We cannot hold our peace. Having tasted and seen the Lord is good, we have something to tell. All right. So why don't we? All right. Well, first of all is apparently we have not found a precious friend in Jesus. Oh, we've lost the sense of it. This is the difficulty of the Christian life, is that we can lose the sense of it. Elijah, the Mount Carmel experience, and then he runs away and he just asks to die. He's lost the sense of God's presence and guidance in his life. This happens. At that point, God doesn't go to Elijah and say, you got to do this. He gives Elijah a new experience of himself. That is, God does. He nurtures Elijah. He's fed and he's cared for. God follows him. When Elijah's just trying to run away and die, God follows him, supplies his needs, and then he gives him a unique experience. He understands that Elijah is human and that he's suffering. This is part of what happens when we're not doing it. And so rather than trying to urge people who are, have broken bones to run, let's heal those bones.